Hi, I'm Gary Cox, and I'm a Senior Technical Consultant with Bluefish Development Group, and this is a short video today to talk a little bit about the media previewers that are now available on Alfresco Share 4.1, and also how to modify those, configure those to use either new plugins or different plugins based on what you want to try out. I'm going to do basically a demonstration on my machine where I'll walk through basically how they work and also how you can change the default plugins or configure new MIME types where you can launch new viewers for video types that you have. The example I'm going to show today, we're going to add a MIME type for Windows Media Player that will load into Internet Explorer 9 and play for content Windows Media type WMV files. So we're going to go over to the computer now and I'll demonstrate the customizations that are required.
Hi, this is just going to be a short demonstration of actually customizing Alfresco Share to put in different media previewer and also kind of the general process that's required to do that. In 4.x it's a lot easier, and I'm working on 4.1.2 here as an example environment. There's actually a blog post by Will Apson on the Alfresco blog site that kind of walks through this as well, but this is just a short video demonstration of kind of what it looks like to do this and what's required to override the standard functionality. There's actually not a whole lot that needs to be changed. Basically two files that need to be overridden in Share, web.preview.get.config.xml and web.preview.get.head.ftl. The config XML file actually contains the mappings between a MIME type and which set of media previewers it should try to use. And then the head.ftl file contains the pointers to JavaScript controllers that you set up for that media type, or plugin type, I guess. And then there's actually a JavaScript that you need to write that does the actual logic behind displaying the preview for that media type. So let's open up real quick the getconfig.xml file, and in here you can see for any given MIME type that's listed. So this one, for example, is video MP4. There may be one or more plugins listed, and it'll try these in order, and then the JavaScript controller actually has a function that either kind of validates whether that browser can handle that plugin type. So you can actually change these if needed or reorder them or whatever, but I've actually just added one here called Windows Media. So I wanted to try to play WMV files in IE9 only. So I'm not only trying this one browser. So I've added my plugin and mapped it to the MIME type video XMS WMV. So once that's set up, then I need to create a script, and I need to have that loaded. So in my get.head.ftl, I'll open that up. The bottom line here is the only change I've had to make. I basically just provide a pointer to the JavaScript controller to display this plugin. So if we go to that plugin, and then just a quick word, those two files are actually overrides. This is a new file. This Windows Media.js controller. Now, I didn't write this from scratch. I didn't need to. There's already a set of JavaScript controllers in here in the this folder, and I basically used the video one as a sort of a template, and just went in and changed what I needed to change. And so that made it really quick to rewrite this. There's two functions that have to be overridden. One is report, and the other is display. Report does the validation as to whether you can actually view this in the given browser. And so I actually look and see, is this IE9? And if it is, then you return nothing. However, if it's not IE9, it's any other browser out there, it returns a message, and that gets returned back, and that gets displayed in the preview window without showing the preview, so they can download it. But you can put an instructional message in here that explains, it can't be viewed. So once you override this, so right now if I load this in IE9, I should get a previewer, if I load it in any other browser, it should not try to load the previewer. It should show me the message and say that I need to download it. So the display actually, the expectation is that you create the markup logic that's going to get passed back to get embedded in the page. And so I've just grabbed some stuff for basically loading a WMV file and Windows Media Player controller. And that gets returned as a string. It opens up the object and closes it, and that gets passed back, and then it gets loaded into the page and share. So that's basically it. So I've added, basically just touched 3 files and added a new sort of media player, and out of the box WMVs don't get played. So let's test this out. So first thing I'm going to do is find a WMV file here, and I'm in IE9 now, so in theory this should load. So I'll load this up, and so it does load, it buffers, and you can see I've got my WMV file playing correctly. That's exactly what we'd expect to happen. So I'm going to stop that, and now I'll go to Chrome, and in theory that should not try to preview because I haven't specified that that browser is not one that's supported. So notice you can download it, but it passed my message back, which is Windows Media Video, and it says it can't be displayed, but you can download it. Now it may be either you can find a plugin or get a plugin to work to load Windows Media Viewer, but for this example, I wanted to show loading in a browser and being excluded from a browser we know wasn't supported, and still have a graceful way to get at the file. So that's basically it. It's pretty straightforward. There are other examples in the Share Extras and places like that where there's more extensive customizations that can be done, but this is a pretty basic one. But it provides an idea of the architecture and the changes that are required to add or modify the media previewers. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for watching the video today. This is a pretty simple example. Just wanted to demonstrate sort of the wiring that was required to modify or add your own mappings for media viewers. There's a more extensive example on Share Extras where you're actually swapping out a lot of the different players. Can be much more extensive, but as you can see today, this is a pretty straightforward example where now we're able to watch WMV files inside of Internet Explorer 9. Again, thanks for watching, and I hope you check out our other videos. Thank you.